What if I told you that the real secret to achieving your goals isn't effort, but recalibrating your mind so that it naturally orients towards what you want? If you've been stuck on certain goals thinking discipline, motivation, or pushing harder is going to solve it, here's the truth. It isn't. Your mind works like an operating system, and most of us are running old code trying to build a new future. So the solution isn't more effort, it's recalibration of the mind. And there's a simple, practical way to reorient your mind towards your new goals. And once it's set, progress runs on autopilot, and your goals are going to feel inevitable. In this video, I'll show you why your mind feels like it's working against you, how to reorient your mind towards what you actually want, and a simple system to apply in real life to finally break through and make progress towards your goals. Let's get started. Contrary to what we may believe, our mind aren't truth tellers. They are highly intelligent machines. Your mind is like software, creating thoughts, emotions, and nudging actions that orient towards specific goals. And about 99% of what we do is driven by these subconscious mental patterns, most of which we're not even aware of. So this explains your personality, your tendencies, your default reactions to most things. So the real question then becomes, what goals are we tuned to? According to Alfred Adler, one of the modern fathers of psychology, how we behave isn't primarily shaped by our past experiences or traumatic events, but rather by the goals that we subconsciously orient towards. And many of these goals are chosen very early in life. For instance, you tried out for a dance audition and you were laughed at. So your mind entered a line of code: avoid pain. You had a fight with your friend and felt terrible. So your mind made a mental note: avoid confrontation. Over time, as these reactions repeated, this became your code. And now, whether you like it or not, this is the operating system you're running on. Choosing goals is largely a subconscious process. Based on the actions you took early on, your mind learned what to prioritize and locked that in as your default operating system. So when you try to move towards a new goal in adulthood, your system pushes back. Hey, that's not our goal. It doesn't stop you outright, but it floods you with thoughts and emotions that bring you back towards your old goal. This is a big reason we overthink, and a big reason why we feel stuck. It is also important to say this: your mind isn't evil, and it's actually not against you, even though it feels like that at times. It's doing exactly what it's designed to do, and very efficiently, may I add. It keeps you oriented towards what you believe will keep you safe. But here's the hopeful part. If we learn how to retune our mind to our new goals, life can almost start to feel magical. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how that can be done. Simply thinking a new goal isn't enough. I'm going to start eating better now. That's just the tip of the iceberg. To create real change, we have to address the operating system that runs behind that. Think of it this way. Imagine you're a CEO of a 500-person company that sells X products. Tomorrow you decide that you're going to sell Y products. And so you announce that to your 500 employees and give them no further instructions. We're no longer selling X, we're selling Y. And then nothing else. No training, no instructions, no systems. What do you think is going to happen? People won't know how to sell Y, so they'll just stick to what they know, which is selling X, but now with more confusion and anxiety and chaos. That's exactly how the mind works. Your mind is the company running your body, your thoughts, your emotions, and actions. Just consciously choosing a new goal isn't enough. We need to redefine the operating system to support the new goal. The first step is clarity. What do you actually want right now? Eat better, get a new job, start a side hustle. What's the goal you feel stuck towards? Sometimes we do feel stuck because of misaligned goals. We think we want X, but that's actually our mental conditioning speaking. And in reality, we actually want Y. But that's saved for another video to explore. Once you have clarity on what you actually want, now the next step is to rewrite your code to support that. The mind can be rewired. And understanding how the rewiring process works will make it much easier for all of us to stick with the process. So here's the core principle, simple but powerful. Act first, feel later. I first came across this in Dr. Russ Harris's amazing book, The Confidence Gap, and it completely changed how I feel about my thoughts and feelings. Take action towards your goals despite what you think or feel. And after you take action, something interesting happens. You feel aligned. You feel good. Those post action feelings, feelings of clarity, of alignment, of self trust, they slowly replace the anxiety and the doubt and the overthinking that once took their place. Over time, the old feelings fade and the new ones take their place. But this raises an important question. How do we act towards our new goals when we're still running the old code? How do we stop from our old thoughts and old feelings from derailing us? It's like the CEO deciding to sell Y instead of X. This is where most of us get stuck. And this is exactly where the no choice plan comes in. We'll go into this in a lot more detail now, but if you want a simple step-by-step guide on how to get unstuck using a practical system called the no choice plan, you can grab the PDF for free, linked in the description below. For now, let's go deeper into how this actually works. The No Choice Plan is a simple system to finally break through and make progress towards your goals. Think of the No Choice Plan as a new operating manual, a clear set of instructions your mind can follow, without negotiation and without referring to your old code. Its job is simple: help you take action despite what you may think or feel. When your operating manual is defined ahead of time, there's nothing left to debate. Here's how it works. Choose one goal that you want your mind to organize around. Any one of your goals that you're stuck on, whether it's a creative goal, a fitness goal, a health goal, maybe you want to start a business. Second step is to break it down into simple, repeatable actions. Why repeatable? Because as we discussed, your code is a result of your repeated habits and actions. And we're going to have to update the code in the same exact way. Almost any goal can also be broken down into simple, repeatable actions, whether that just means repeatedly showing up for those goals, even though what you may do when you show up might vary time to time. How you show up can remain the same. The third step, a very important step, is to actually schedule or plan in advance when you're going to do these repeatable actions. You decide once, not daily, and definitely not at the time you're going to actually take action. These are the times that you plan on showing up for what is important to you, for your new goals. Then we remove friction from showing up. This is arguably the most crucial step in the No Choice Plan. This is where we remove all choice. We make showing up the easiest possible option. We anticipate and neutralize any excuse your mind can come up with. This is the operating manual the CEO gives to his team to start selling Y. I've gone deeper into this in the PDF attached in the description below, where I give you structured examples based on what goals you have and how you can remove choice from the equation so you can finally move forward towards your goals. And then finally, the last step is just to show up. You have removed choice from the equation, and so your mind doesn't need to negotiate at time of action. You just show up. You're no longer relying on your old patterns or your old code to reach your new goals. You have a new operating system in place. That's it. It's simple, but a really powerful way to program your subconscious to reorient towards your new goals. And it works. You don't need motivation. You don't need spiraling. You don't need constant inner negotiation. You just show up towards your goals. And over time, as you keep doing this, your system learns that this is who you are now. Ironically, giving your mind no choice is how you create real freedom. Freedom to live to your highest potential. If you want help setting this up in your life or for any one of your goals, I've put together a free step-by-step, very practical guide linked in the description below that's absolutely free to use. The exact system I use whenever I have a new goal that I'm going to work towards, and it really works. It'll walk you through exactly how to set up your new operating manual that orients towards your new goals, avoid common traps, and how to actually make this stick as a system. This is going to help you rewire your whole system to work for you rather than against you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this resonated and helped you, as it did for me. If it did, consider subscribing to my channel and to my free weekly newsletter that's linked in the description below. See you next time.